according to the hadith of Ali radiallahu anhu, where the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam ordered him to lower the graves, is it allowed for a person to act upon a hadith and go lower the graves? Or is it sufficient for him to defeat the people of Babi?
Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam ordered Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu that he should go, and he said to him, Allah tada' suratan illa طمستها ولا قبرا مشرفا إلا سويته. You must not leave any image except you destroy it, and you don't leave any raised grave except that you flatten it. This was the command of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when he sent someone, he said, can I not send you, or should I not send you for that which Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam sent me? And he said that you go and you don't leave any image except you deface it and destroy it, and you don't leave any raised grave except that you flatten it. Subhanallah, just look at this. Rasulullah ordered him, Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, to do this. Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu ordered his companion, you go and you do this. You know, subhanallah, this is a command of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. It was enforced by Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And therefore it is a duty upon every Muslim leader that he enforces this. Every Muslim ruler, he must enforce this command of Rasulullah. Why? What was this command for? That there must be no avenue to shirk. No images that people can worship and attach themselves to. No raised graves that makes this a grave that is sought out and that is specified, that is given exclusive rights with regards to other graves. That you go to, that grave is raised, it must be something special, barakah, whatever the case may be. No, you flatten all the graves. Cut off the avenues of shirk. So, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did it, and he ordered the Sahaba to do it. And the Sahaba, they did it also. Right? Every Muslim ruler, it is his duty to do it. And then we come to the times of the groups and the emergence of misguided and astray sects who build up the graves. Build up the graves. And they put the images there. Huh? Subhanallah, this is what we see. Opposite of what Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam commanded. And then when you say, what is the sunnah? These people who claim to love Rasulullah so much, oh no, you're an extremist. You're an extremist, you want to flatten the graves. Subhanallah, this is terrorist, these people. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam commanded it. Now you see the reality of their love. Huh? Now you see the reality of their love. Who do they love more? Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, flatten the grave. That's the grave of our wali, our sheikh, our buzurg, our pir, our murshid. Huh? So the person who has authority, then he should flatten the graves. And every Muslim who is in charge with this duty of doing a janazah or burying a loved one, whatever the case may be, then he must follow this command and follow the sunnah. Right? However, the person who does not have authority and is not placed in charge, right, if he knows that his action is going to bring about fitna. You know, we're going to go now, I know I went with brothers to one maqbara, and when we entered the maqbara, I said, subhanallah, we have to look for a qabr here that's upon the sunnah. Because everything is built up. Everything is built up. Contrary to the command of Rasulullah. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam prohibited that you build the grave. Prohibited it, is haram. Right? Imam al-Shawkani rahimahullah ta'ala, he wrote Sharh al-Sudur fi tahrimi raf' al-qubur. You know, a book clarifying that it is haram to raise the grave. Bringing the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. They're opposing it. But now you go into the maqbara, you see all these built up graves. You can't go and flatten other people's graves. Why? Because these people, some in their ignorance, some in their deviation and misguidance, they are going to fight you. You're going to say, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said this, they don't care. They don't care. They don't love him enough to follow his commands. This is the reality. Because they love others. They are attached to these graves. They are attached to the people thereof. They are attached to these practices more than they love Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the person who doesn't have authority, it is not a duty upon him to do it. But the one who has authority, then to the degree of his authority, he can do it. For example, in our own families. In our own families, we're not going to allow the raising of the graves. We're not going to allow that you build a fence for this deceased one's property. Huh? We're not going to allow that you put a slate of marble or whatever the case may be. So the person is obligated to do what is commanded to the extent of his ability and not beyond that. So now this person should do this with his own family, educate them first, and then obviously try to implement the sunnah as much as he can, but not go to those people who is not under his authority and do it with him.